Hey guys, Buffin Gaming back, bringing another video today for our Season 3 preview. Now, Season 3 was officially announced by Activision and Infinity Ward today on April 7th to be launching late night, April 7th Pacific time at 11 p.m. or very early morning Eastern time at 2 a.m. So what Season 3 is going to bring us, obviously you can purchase into this for the usual price of 1,300 Call of Duty points. You're going to be getting 150 unique items. The new operator is Alex for this season, and you can earn up to 1,300 Call of Duty points just by purchasing into the battle stream and completing the stream. You get those free Call of Duty points to go ahead and purchase Season 4 when it comes out. So if you're like me and you bought into Season 1 initially, you should essentially, if you've been saving your COD points, be able to have bought every season after Season 1 by just saving the COD points and completing the Battle Pass. So what do we get with Season 3? So again, launching later tonight for the Pacific time, very early morning Eastern Standard Time. What we're getting is 3 new maps for multiplayer. So you're getting a remake of Backlot called Talisk Backlot. So this is a remake for Backlot from Call of Duty Modern Warfare, or COD 4, the original one. So it's going to be a remake version of that for a 6v6 map. We're also getting Ovek Sawmill. So this is again going to be what looks like another 6v6 or a 10v10 map. It doesn't really specify. We also are getting Naya Incursion. So again, Anaya Palace was initially a ground war map. It was also released for 10v10. And now we're getting an Incursion version, which is going to be a scaled down version for a 6v6 gameplay. So we'll be seeing all 3 of those news maps on launch week for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Now, for Warzone, we're getting some new game modes. And for launch week, we're going to be getting quads. So obviously at base, so far this season, we've had solos, which was added a little bit after launch. But the original launch was with teams of 3. So now we're beginning probably in the limited time mode section that was added to Warzone this past week with the update. We'll be getting the quads gameplay, so you'll be able to drop with 4 of your teammates, or 3 of your teammates including yourself. You're also going to be getting something in Warzone called vehicle skins. So obviously the vehicles around the map are going to remain the same. There are going to be a couple new vehicles, it looks like, but however, you will be able to customize your vehicle skins. So I'm not quite sure how that'll work, but the way what they're describing is you can pre-customize what you want your skins to look like on the vehicles, and then when you get on the vehicles and activate them, the skin will automatically change to your custom skin for the vehicles. So there's some photos on the Activision blog just showing the truck as well as the ATV, how the different skins look on the vehicles. So I think that'll be pretty cool. I'm sure that'll be more of a, very similar to the custom weapon loadout. It'll be kind of a vehicle section in the main menu for Warzone to pre-skin your vehicle before you go ahead and jump into game. Now, new weapons that are going to be unlocked with the Battle Pass are going to be at Tier 15 and Tier 31. So we're getting the Renetti pistol, which is going to be essentially the M9 or the 93R Rafika pistol. This is going to be a single fire pistol with the perk sound. They're making it sound like it's going to be a perk that will allow you to select fire to a 3-round burst, just like the 93R or the Rafika pistol, which would be cool to play with. I haven't played with that since really Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 was the last game I've played with that in. So I'm excited to get my hands on that. This should be a very good close quarters pistol, and then also you can handle it very similar to any other pistol in the game just by select firing to single. But again, you can put that 3-round burst on there. So it sounds like that'll be the first weapon unlocked for free by buying into the Battle Pass, which will be at Tier 15. Now the second weapon for the Battle Pass for Season 3 is going to be the SKS. So the SKS, we're all familiar with this one. I believe it's been in a couple different Call of Duties, even back in the Battlefield games 3 and 4, which I was playing back in the day. And the SKS is going to be a 7.62 by 39mm designated marksman rifle. So I'm sure it'll be interesting to see what the gunsmithing looks like on this, because the photo you can see in the promotional artwork that they gave and what they saw in the trailer looks like a very old and rustic looking one. It's not quite the wooden version, but it's still not really an up-to-date modernized variation of the SKS. So I'm excited to see what we get in the gunsmith for the SKS to kind of make it look more of a modernized SKS. And if anybody plays Escape from Tarkov, you know what the potential it has to look like, and it can be very aesthetically a nice weapon. So I'm excited to see what that looks like tomorrow when I can jump into the gunsmith and get my hands on that and see what kind of customization options both of those weapons have. Now the new operators, I said, is going to be for purchasing the Battle Pass. You get Alex right away. So Alex is returning. So spoiler, if you didn't play the single player, Alex does not actually die at the end there when he goes in to blow up, remotely detonate Blockarov's facility. We all assume he was perished in the fire when he blew up the explosives, because you could not remote detonate it. He had to do it manually. So by going and doing that, we assumed he was dead, but according to the Activision blog, and obviously the fact that we're getting Alex as an operator this season, he did survive, and he does have, according to the trailer, a prosthetic left leg, which is pretty cool. I think it looks pretty nice to see that he was escaped, but he didn't escape unharmed. So that's pretty neat to see. I think it's overall a really nice looking operator. I'm not quite sure which skin he's going to have, though. The promotional artwork has him very suited up with his face hidden, as well as in the trailer we see the Alex we know from single player. So it should be interesting to see. I'm sure there's a couple different outfits there, but it'll be interesting to see what the tier 0 skin for Alex looks like when you unlock him just by purchasing into the battle pass. So next up for later on in the season, we're getting 2 additional operators outside of Alex, one being Ronin, which looks like he's a South Korean Special Forces soldier, although he does have the United States Army flag, or the United States flag, on his breastplate for the plate carrier, so he does look to be of South Korean origin, but there's something, the reason I say South Korean, we'll get to that later, there's some new operator skins that are dropping, and one of them is a South Korean skin, so I'm assuming that's where they're getting this from, and that's the skin it'll be applied to Ronin, but we'll have to wait and see. But Ronin looks like a really nice operator, pretty buff dude. He looks pretty badass, so I'm excited to get my hands on him. So Ronin, and then also you have Iskra, who will also be an additional operator for the Allegiance faction, I believe. So she is a female, and both of these 2 operators, Ronin and Iskra, will be able to be purchased through the in-game store, similar to what we saw with like Nikto, as well as other operators in the past in Season 2 as well there. For Mace, I believe, was the other operator that was available for purchase, as well as Talon. So we'll get 3 operators in total with the season. Alex will be free by purchasing the Battle Pass, and then Ronin and Iskra you'll have to purchase in the Call of Duty store when they are released later in the season. So also we'll be getting new multiplayer maps. Hard Hat will be added to the map rotation, so this will be later on in the season for a total of 4 multiplayer maps. So Hard Hat will be added later on. Looks, I'm not sure if this is a remake of a previous COD map. It almost looks kind of like High Rise, but different. It's not a remake of High Rise according to the Activision blog, so we'll have to wait and see more images of that and see how it looks. Also, we have a new Gunfight map, Aisle 9, so obviously that'll be taking place in Atlas Superstore. Just a compact version of that for a 2v2 gunfight mode, which should be pretty neat. Now, new multiplayer modes, we're going to get Gun Game Reloaded, as well as Reinfected Ground War. So it sounds like a different variation of the Infected Ground War. I'm not a big fan of that, but again, we'll have to wait and see what that looks like. Maybe I'll jump in and test it out. New Warzone content, you're going to get scopes and scattered guns. It's just going to be one of those game modes that's going to be added to the rotation. That'll be in the playlist section, I'm sure. Also get different game modes. They're going to be, it says in the Activision blog, they're going to be releasing a different multitude of game modes for Warzone going forward in Season 3. So we'll get a bunch of different limited time modes like the scopes, guns, and more, and some other different modes for maybe shotguns only or pistols only, things like that. There's definitely going to be, they've said, realism Warzone, one-shot Warzone. So I have to wait and see how that looks. I'm pretty excited to get my hands on that when we get into Warzone for these limited time modes. Now, one thing that's been rumored for a while is a gunsmith customization, or the Frankensmith. So you'll be able to basically take any blueprint. This will be coming later in the season. Any blueprint at base, you'll be able to combine all the different parts from all the blueprints to make your own version, or essentially your own custom blueprint based on all the blueprints. So any blueprint for the weapon, if I select the M4, I have, I think, probably 12 or 15 total blueprints for that. So I can select any piece of that weapon from any blueprint I wanted to and mix and match to make my own unique M4. So that'll be exciting to see how that looks. They show in the promotional artwork just what looks like just the FAL with a bunch of different parts on it. So I'm excited to see how that looks, if it's actually pays off and it's neat and you can make some good conversions, or if it's just going to be kind of weird and we're going to have people running around with really goofy looking weapons. So I'll have to wait and see how that looks. Now, there is one more classified weapon that will be released on top of the Rennet pistol and the SKS. This will be coming later in the season, which I'm sure will be available in store as well as a bundle, as well as for free to unlock just by doing the challenges like we saw with the Dragon's Fire shotgun rounds for the 870, as well as a crossbow back in Season 1. So this is going to be the M249 SAR, the Mark 48. It looks to be, just from the promotional artwork, they have it kind of classified over the section where either the belt or the magazine will be fed in. So it looks to be, I'm assuming, magazine fed for probably a 50 or a 60 round magazine to the left side of the weapon there. And then I'm sure with the gunsmith, you'll be able to unlock the belt fed option for the 75 or the 100 round belt for the M249 SAR. So this is finally making a return from Call of Duty Modern Warfare COD 4 originally. I can't remember if it was in Modern Warfare 2. I don't believe it was, and I don't believe it was in Modern Warfare 3 either. So, be exciting to finally get my hands back on the saw. This was actually one of my favorite weapons back in the day growing up, and I'm really excited to see how this looks now on PlayStation 4 here, the next-gen consoles, especially with how beautiful Modern Warfare looks now in 2019, to see what the saw looks like in game. I remember when COD 4 was first coming out, they were releasing trailers. There was a clip of a soldier using the saw in game, and I thought it was just brilliant the way it looked. So I'm excited to see now, that was way back in PlayStation 3, how it looks now on PlayStation 4 with such a great looking game like Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So that'll be exciting. I know a lot of people have been talking about they wanted the saw, or even like a 240 Bravo, or maybe even M60. So the M249 saw, the Mark 48, will be a really nice addition to the game. I'm really excited to see how that handles with that high rate of fire and put shots down range very, very fast in Warzone especially. So that'll be awesome. Really excited for that. Now, one more thing I wanted to cover. There's some different outfits for Ghost. So it looks like Ghost will be getting his old Modern Warfare 2 skin. So obviously we had the UDT bundle, which was released, but the main skin that Ghost was in throughout all of Modern Warfare 2, you'll be getting that whether it's in a bundle or unlocked through the battle stream or challenges. There's images on the Activision blog. I'll show them here on screen as well to show that we will be getting that original skin that everyone loved and wanted from Modern Warfare 2 for Ghost. So that'll be nice to see. On top of that, we're getting a bunch of different blueprints. So again, you can buy into Season 3 Battle Pass for 1,300 COD points, or you can do the Battle Pass bundle for 2,400 COD points, which has the 20 free tier skips. Obviously, we're going to be getting a lot of different blueprints, operator skins, and one thing going to the operator skins, there's a new thing being introduced this season, which is going to be unlocked first at tier 10. This is going to be called the Distinct Operator Threads. So these are going to be modeled after various armed forces divisions in the real world. So essentially milsim skins, which are going to include, so far for Season 3, U.S. Expeditionary Force, which is going to be unlocked at tier 10, South Korean Special Forces unlocked at tier 30, Pararescue at tier 50, and Counter-Terrorist Special Police Force, which will be the tier 50 unlock. So I'm really excited to see these. I think this is going to be, and it looks like that South Korean Special Forces soldier is for Ronin. You saw here on the picture on screen, which is what I speculated earlier. So these skins look awesome. Very, very milsim Special Forces looking operators. Really excited to unlock these and be running with these. That's exactly what I wanted in this game. So I think that'll be awesome. Now, when it comes to blueprints, it looks to be like a nice M4 blueprint. We're getting some different outfits for bundles for Bale. It sounds like they describe Bale in a all-black riot gear, most intense combat situation. So I'm really hoping we get some blueprints for the AK-47 to give us an AK-12 or something like that. I have to wait and see what the blueprints look like tomorrow on the battle stream. But that's really all for Season 3. Again, you can buy into the Battle Pass for 1,300 COD points. It's going to include legendary operator skins, epic operator skins, legendary weapon blueprints, epic weapon blueprints, rare weapon blueprints, XP and weapon XP tokens, and more. You get the 100 tier battle pass, and then also you can purchase the bundle itself for 2,400 COD points, which will include those 20 tier skips. So you can get right in and skip up to tier 20 and go ahead and unlock that pistol or the Rafika for the 3-round burst pistol, and then you'll get the SKS at tier 31. So let me know down below what you guys think of Season 3. It'll be really exciting to see Alex back, what kind of outfits and cosmetic skins he has right off the bat when he's unlocked just by purchasing the Battle Pass. I'm really excited to see what the blueprints look like for Season 3, but we'll have to go ahead and see what that looks like in the morning. I'll try and cover it first thing, hopefully, depending on what the work situation looks like and if this downloads on time, since it is being released at 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It all depends if my PlayStation downloads it overnight. I can jump in and get some videos out in the morning on this, and maybe we'll do a live stream tomorrow as well. But that is all we know for Season 3 Battle Pass so far. Let me know again what you guys think down below. And until next time, Buffner Gaming out.